Hey guys, hello, hi, it's me. Decided to go live for you guys today because I just wanna have a bit of a conversation with you guys, and I want to I want to decorate my cake for you guys live on Instagram, and also just tell you about my upcoming cake sale, the one happening 26. And you guys must just, oh, you guys are joining in, let me just like wave at y'all. Wave, 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 wave. Yes, so about that, you gotta look at my previous post. Look at my previous post about that, and you will see. But if you just join me in, hello, 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 hello. I'm gonna show you guys how I make my chocolate caramel cake. In fact, I already have my cake sponges right now, and I'm just gonna put in my caramel. So I've got my bowl here. Got my bowl here, and you can obviously just buy this cake like anytime you want. But if you want more detail, look at my previous post. Please do that. So I've got my caramel, right? Here's my caramel. I use this Nestle caramel. It's a nice can, very premium. You know, like it's a lot of money, this cake. So like you gotta use the best thing in the market. I've got my cakes. I've got two cakes here. I've got two cakes, right? No audio. What? No audio. Can hold on. Give me a second. Okay, cool. You guys can hear. Awesome. For a second, I thought you guys couldn't hear. So, like, I was so freaked out. Imagine, like, I came in for like 10 minutes, or okay, it was just 3 minutes, and I'm already like someone saying no audio. So, like, I kind of panicked. But I'm glad. So, I've got my two cake layers. I baked these. So, the recipe is a secret. And if you wanna have some, like you know what to do. Gotta look at my previous post, and you can have yourself some of these cakes. So I got those cakes there. I'm gonna put them on the side. I've got my spatula. I've got my a small grater, and then I've got a whisk, a balloon whisk. I've got a spoon, a whole spoon. And then I've got some chocolate, zero added chocolate. And one thing that I forgot to mention to you guys, I like to cook with gloves. You know, like I only use gloves when I cook because, like, you know, like it gets really messy. So I've got these gloves here, and I'm just gonna put them on really quick. You can get these at Mambo's in East London. I mean, anywhere in South Africa actually for R9.99. So if you just joined me, I'm just gonna be showing you guys how I make my chocolate caramel cake. Basically, how I decorate it using Nestle's caramel treat dessert. I mean, you can use anything that you want, but you know this one is the best in the market right now. So, just gonna soft hands. Thank you so much. I just used Vaseline because I knew I was going to be on camera. So yeah, so I'm going to be showing you guys how I make my chocolate caramel cake. I've got my chocolate cake layers here. I've got two of them, and then I've got my caramel. I've got my chocolate. I've got my grater. I've got my whisk. I've got my spoon. I've got my spatula. And you know what just happened right now? My whisk just fell on the floor. I will have to go wash it really quick. But before I do that, or in fact, I'm going to take another one. I'm just going to open my caramel. You know, like, I like to use the whole thing, like, of caramel treat. So if you want more details on where you can get this cake, look at my previous post, and And like, yeah, you'll know what to do from there. I know like it's nude, but like it's meant to be like a joke, like a play on words, like naked, because the cakes are naked and I'm like semi-naked. So yeah, there we go. Ooh, just, you're gonna use the whole thing. I use the whole thing for my cakes. I use the whole thing. Let's see. Guys, give me a second. You know what happened? I dropped my whisk on the floor, so I need to quickly go wash it. So I'm going to take this off. Give me 10 seconds. I'll be back like in 10, 9. Okay. I hope you guys didn't miss me too much. I am back. But now I messed up my other gloves. I've got to use new ones because, you know, like I'm such a germaphobe. Like, ew, like why would I? Cool. We've got that. And now I got my whisk. It's all clean. So yeah, what I like to do is just whip this up. Just gonna whip it up. Oh, there I go, shaking my camera again. Let me bring it closer. So I'm just gonna whip it up until it's nice and soft. And again, guys, just look at my previous post and like, you'll be able to purchase this cake. It's a very nice cake. It's so delectable. Like the caramel to cake, chocolate cake ratio is amazing. Honestly, the people that are buying it from me are having the best life in the world. So the whole point is to just make sure that there aren't any lumps. You don't want lumps. You know, that's enough for me. I don't want to incorporate air. Oh, look at that. I like literally made a mess, but that's fine. So now I've got my spatula. Just gonna bring everything together. Like so. See, so nice and smooth. I'm gonna put that on the side. And then I'm gonna bring in one chocolate layer first. This is a nice thin, well, it's not so thin, it's about 1 centimeter thick. And yeah, it's so moist inside, guys. Like, if you don't want a dry cake, make sure that you place an order and have yourself these cakes. I'm just gonna start off with a small coat first, like a very. I usually use this just as a buffer or a primer, because what usually happens is the cake is very fluffy and it has so many little micro holes. So it's very possible that your frosting, your treat, or whatever confection that you are spreading on your cake will have a large or a sizable amount of it absorbed in the cake. So you want to make sure that you spread at least a small amount first, a first coat, to make sure that happens very little. And then now I'm gonna use a generous amount. And remember, this is the bottom layer. I'm not gonna use a lot of this treat caramel dessert, because the top layer might just collapse over and the caramel will just spill out, and that's not nice. So there we go. But you know what I'm talking about? You see now you'll start to see that the caramel is hiding the color of the cake underneath, and the cake is covered in a new beige brown caramel toffee like. So I don't actually have one of those fancy cooking things like the spinning cake stands to do all of this. I have to use my free hand as if I was a painter. And obviously this is not how I serve it to my customers. It's just how I do it for myself here at home. But this one I'm actually going to cut up and I'm going to go out in the streets and I'm going to sell it, because that's what I do. I bake cakes and I sell them on the streets. I go inside offices. I go inside of what do you call this? Furniture shops, office buildings, you name it. And people buy it. They're just like very supportive of this. So if you're just joining me, I am just showing you guys how I decorate my chocolate caramel cake. And right now I have just done one layer, like you guys can see. So it's basically like a chocolate caramel sandwich, a very large one. So now I'm gonna take my second layer. There we go. I'm just gonna place it at the top, like that. So I was lucky today. I didn't have to even out my cake like I did in my other video where I was showing this process. Yeah, because the other layer had just grown and it had this huge dome. But then these two, I was lucky. There wasn't so much of a dome. I mean, there is a dome, but it's a manageable dome at the top. But if I had one, you would have noticed that I would have cut the top off, like in the other video where I was showing you. It's called The Process, chocolate caramel cake. So again, with your top layer, you will have to just spread a thin layer. And the reason that we're spreading a thin layer is because we want to create a buffer or a primer. And the best thing about wearing gloves is that you can just quickly just give it a scoop, so that nothing gets wasted and you didn't use your hand, which might be dirty. And you guys saw that I changed my gloves and I washed my hands before. So it's basically like scrubs. You gotta be like scrubs vibes, Grey's Anatomy. Like you're getting into surgery basically. Gotta take this seriously, because you don't want your customers getting salmonella, staphylococcus aureus, or whatever other food illness that you can find out there. We don't want that. So that's our first coat. You see, it's nicely spread out. So this is a naked chocolate caramel cake. What makes it naked is that the tops and the middle are filled with confection, icing, frosting, or caramel, whatever dessert you want to use, mousse, whatever. And then the sides are usually left to be naked. So that's why they're called naked cakes. Not because the chef is naked, but if you want that, you've got to pay the moolah. But I don't offer that service. Just jokes. So this is what we want, where the caramel just covers the cake and you actually can't even see that you've got a sponge underneath. That's what we want. I remember watching Yo TV on SABC1 as a child back in the 90s. I was born in the early 90s. I'm in my 30s now. And they had this segment called Snack Attack. That used to be my favorite one. So every time I'm making some food, I am so happy. It's as if it's snack attack. I know I don't give myself 60 seconds. I give myself like 60 minutes. And I just enjoy it, guys. I really enjoy this. Like, when you have my cakes, when you have the cakes that I make, you are having a piece of something that I enjoy. Yeah, so on the 26th of November, there's a cake sale. President Park at Whistling Trees Lodge. That's close to Midrand. So if you're interested on coming, do place an order. In fact, you can just go on my DM right now. My cake is like moving out a bit. Okay, let's see. Get the last of this caramel. Oh my gosh, this is so good. Okay, mommy. Okay, this is what we want. Woo. Okay, so basically, right now I was so excited, and then because of my excitement, I dropped my ear set from my ear. So that's kind of gross. So now, guess what? I have to wear new gloves. And I need to fix this camera up a bit. Oh, look at that. Guys, you know you can get this cake, right? You can get this cake. You can get this cake. Do the things that can make the things to be done for you to get this cake. Oh my gosh, guys. And then now I'm just putting on like my gloves again because I'm a germaphobe and it's the last part. I'm gonna like just use some chocolate. I'm gonna use one chocolate block. In fact, I'm gonna use 2 chocolate blocks. I've got my grater. I'm gonna use 1 block at a time. I'm gonna start with the biggest one, and then it's just like a little garnish. There I go, bumping my camera again. I'm sorry, guys. Promise you, I'm almost done. It's raining chocolate. It's raining. Ooh, baby, it's raining. Baby, come into me. Come into me. Okay, guys, there you have it. That is a cake. Let me just put everything on the side so that it just all looks neat. This is my naked chocolate caramel cake. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I need to go sell this. Bye.